Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to my channel. This is another process video for Scrap the Boys where we take a challenge monthly and you have all month long to be able to do it. And this time for July is all about numbers. And so while I started out doing a bunch of numbers and then it ended up being kind of my background behind it, this thing evolved. And so I started out with my stencil that I'm using is from Bramble Fox, and I will link their shop down below where I got this stencil from. It's the only one that I had that had numbers on it. I knew I had one, but I wasn't quite sure what it was, where it was, or like what. I knew I had one, but I just wasn't sure where it was. So I had to dig for a little bit. And there are many different ways to use this challenge as numbers. It's like to use the numbers on your thickers, to use your stamps that have the numbers. Like I did, pulled out the stencils. I've seen the design team members do different things, have it as their title, have it as their background like I do. So there's many different, so make sure that you go check out the blog that's listed down below for July's challenge so that you can see other people or other design team members layouts so that you can go in and then make your layout using numbers. So as you can tell here, I am doing like the, you'll see that I'm using all the colors that I have. So this collection is from the Close to My Heart. It is fresh paint. I absolutely love this collection and I am super sorry about the moving of the camera. It's just that like when I have to do this and I try to make it as still as possible, it still moves around way too much. So as you can tell, like this is all lovely and gorgeous and it's going to form a honeycomb shape in retrospect, and it is of my husband once we see the photo. But then you see, okay, so this looks awesome, right? Looks gorgeous. Has it all ready to go. So I was like, you know what? I'll put these on there. And then I started to realize that, okay, these are going to work. I'm seeing all the, the little bits and bobs behind it like I wanted it to. I wanted it to be still there, but yet kind of just a decal like design in my layout to make the focal point of my husband's photo. And then I started to embellish. So then you'll start to see. So as of right now, everything looks good. And what I'm using here to keep this in place while I pull this off is the washi tape. Because I wanted it to stay somewhat neutral to where I needed it to be. So what I wanted was to take a strip of this paper and the heart paper and do 1 inch. And I'm going to place it on the edge of this layout. You'll start to see me get this put together. And I really love how this like turned out. I think it is fantastic and it's just exactly the way I wanted it. Obviously, because I am using distress and all of this fun stuff, this one took me a while to actually make. It wasn't hard for me to do. It just, I wanted it to be like right. So there the photo is in the bottom right corner and it is my husband feeding the monkeys at Monkey Mountain. While we were stationed in Europe, we went to a place that is called Monkey Mountain on Lake Constance, and they have where you can purchase the correct food for these monkeys, and you can, feed them and all of that. So the next few layouts, especially the ones that were prior to this and maybe one after this, will finish up my Lake Constance photos that were at least at Monkey Mountain. And then I've got the rest to do. So me personally in my brain, I'm not trying to bounce around too much, but I wanted to make sure, that everything that I am doing is just trying to clean up all those little like trips that I started doing and then I just didn't finish the photos. It drives me nuts when I do that. I don't mind starting a layout, or not like necessarily a layout, but a collection of photos, but I like to actually finish them up. I don't want to just sit there and do 2 photos from that collection and then, go to another set of things. And that's what I've kind of been doing lately. So then I know it's a little bit harder to see on camera, but what I'm doing now is I am taking the stamps, turning it into mixed media by squishing my stamps from close to my heart, or the inks, as you can see, putting some water in the lid, and then spraying it. So the yellow is very hard to see on camera, but I did do the spritz, and then you'll see all the other spritz that come into play. So I'll link all of the Close to My Heart products down below. If you are interested in them, they will be down there for you, and all of that fun stuff. So I am, like I said, I'm getting all of the fun colors on there and all of that. Make sure that you go check out the blog and all of the design team ladies. They're all on there. They're super talented. I absolutely love what they did with this. I started out with a little worry about, ooh, I don't know how this is going to go, but then it worked out like absolutely amazing. And this is what I'm talking about. Here I keep going on mixed media. I keep going. The whole idea was to showcase numbers, and then it ended up being in the background. But that's kind of the beauty of how this works, I guess. You start out with an imagination, and then it just kind of flourishes from there. But then here I am. I'm making sure that I capture those colored pieces that I did on the side, and made sure that I did up my layering so that it matches. So my background piece is not a true black piece. It's actually part of this workshop kit that I purchased of the fresh paint, and it had like this 90s speckly vibe thing going on, and that's what I'm using for my background. So you're actually supposed to take it apart, and then I put the rest on there. So now I am going to monochromatic my stickers to where I want it. And so the title is going to be Here Now, and I'm sorry for the glare on the photo, but it is what it is. I know what it is, and I gotta fix it. It's my light. It's supposed to face the wall so that you can get more light off my wall, because I've got a gray and a white wall. Like, it's a lighter gray, whitish wall. And so it actually produces, and somehow I think when I was cleaning it got moved, and I need to move it back. But now I'm monochromaticing this. I'm taking all these little pieces that match the certain colors and placing them down everywhere. I did get the paper collection and then the workshop collection, so I have quite a bit of this, and that's why I'm able to do what I am with it, because I've got 2 sticker pads. And so my title is going to be Here and Now, which I absolutely love it. And my embellishments actually are just simple embellishments. I still wanted to showcase as much as possible my stenciling in the background with the numbers, and I think I did a pretty good job of achieving that for you guys. But it's okay. You could take this, just like I did, and use a stencil for your background and still have it there. It adds detail. It adds all that depth to it, and then still be able to do what you're doing. I do have to say that I took and, oh, yep, now I remember. I'm also going to highlight the like pie cubes or this hexagon theory thing I'm doing here, and highlighting that. And I do the papers as well, just to give it that little bit of something to it. Make sure that you go like and subscribe to everybody. I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.